man.
I was working for an actor's agent.
Years ago I had another club called The Tunnel, which was infamous, and it was in Greenwich in South East London, and that closed because it got raided, and I was just driving past this place one day and it said lease for sale.
I knew this venue in Battersea because it was in roller disco at that time, and I thought, perfect venue.
So I thought I'll have something. I only had about £4 in the bank.
Well, £300 it was, because that's all I could get from my bank manager.
But I bluffed my way in.
Gave up my day job.
But I've been paying off the debts the last 48 years. You know, 5 kids.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Cliff.
I'm like the corner shop of comedy, whereas the big managements are like the supermarkets.
I hadn't got a business plan or anything. I thought this was a great idea. I've learnt business by doing it, basically. That's how I've gone through the system. Leicester, Friday.
And a system it is. Though all the comedy retailers draw on the same stock of talent, Jongleurs has it neatly databased by act, by venue, by show spot. If you fit the bill, you're on the list, you're booked, you're printed automatically on the poster, and you're on stage in a slick entertainment package.
Welcome back.
But where do all the headliners come from? The College of Comedy, evening classes in entertainment.
From anywhere and everywhere, we have students, computer analysts, a haematologist, everybody. And that's what I love about it. There is no class distinction. There is no professional distinction.
Please give a huge Jongleurs welcome. She is Hattie Hayridge.
Late of the typing pool with a burning desire to stand up and be counted.
I went to a comedy club and they said if anyone wants to get up after the interval, they can. I had 8 Southern Comforts in the interval and got up and started moaning on about my life as a secretary.
Every now and again you get, you know, sort of a diamond who shines through.
Someone came up and gave me a 5-minute gig at another club and I just carried on.
From tryout to tried and tested. Now you're a comedy commodity.
Once you've got it marketed, once it's a product, then it's obvious that business is going to move in on it and sell it.
Early show, arrival 7 o'clock, on stage 7:40.
Oh, it's a good business. I make fortunes. I do, yeah.
There's a parallel product that fuels comedy consumption.
Imagine a club with no drink and no smoke. Oh, I think it'd be like a hospital.
To reduce it to its basic level, you're telling jokes to drunks in bars so that they will buy booze, so that the bar will stay open, so that they will have a comedy night on Thursday, so that you can come back.
The best things are the mixers. 3,000% profit. You know when you have a Coca-Cola and someone presses a button, they charge you 40 pence. It costs us about, halfpenny. Brilliant, eh?
Some clubs by the end of the night, there's beer all over the floor and fag ends, and, you know, it's fantastic. It is smoky, horrible atmosphere, everybody's drunk, and, you know, that can be great, you know. If they can't hear you and there's a lot of noise and there's a band in the other room, then you're just in a crummy bar. But if you're in a crummy bar and everyone's laughing, then there's joy, you know.
The beer's on tap and just flows. The jokes are more precious commodities mined from the rough stuff of everyday life.
I'm actually trying to remember what I did the last time I was at this club. I think the last time I was there I opened with the smoke and stuff, so I don't really want to do that. So I think I'll probably open with the stuff about fighting.
And honed to a diamond sharpness.
First line's always the same. First line is sort of, my name's Ed Byrne, but you'll know me as Darlene from Roseanne. And that's a good, as an opening line, that's a really good judge. Sometimes I'll do that line, it'll be the biggest laugh I'll get all night. They just won't, they'll laugh at it for about 2 minutes.
Jokes, once polished, must earn their keep in the act before they lose their sheen.
The thing is, if someone sees you and they saw you once before, and you do one joke they heard before, they go, oh, he's just doing the same thing, you know. But people do go, oh, how come you didn't do the chip route, you know? We came all the way and you didn't do the hilarious thing you used to do, you know. And then you go, well.
Some routines become valued as classics and touted at a premium.
When you have to pay $40, $60 for a ticket, you want to know that you like the guy in advance.
Months in advance, over 2,000 well-heeled fans invested £40 in Jackie's repertoire. But there are more modest profits to be had from a punchline.
Listen, this one is a door split. It depends on how many people are in. So literally, if there's only 10 people show up, I'm going to go home with a £5. But if it's full, it should be about 60, maybe 80. I'm not sure.
And that's for 20 minutes work.
Yeah, not bad really, I suppose.
Well, you're doing better than me, I've got to tell you.
I'll see you later then, Dave.
Yeah,
Cheers.
take care. Hope it goes well.
The art of stand-up comedy more than imitates life. It is life. The life experiences of the comic. The comic is at once the author, actor, and subject matter of their performance. In no other art form is the onus so thoroughly on the individual. The product is simply your intimate confessions, your witty observations, your amusing anecdotes.
All right, how's it going?
Your hilarious insights into the state of the world. An evening's entertainment on one person's shoulders, yours.
I started out, I mean, just like really, you know, just shitting it, basically.
First time I did stand-up in London, I was so nervous. I forgot the first joke, told it backwards. So I said the punchline first, then I said the joke.
I remember saying to myself then, I said to my mate, I says, I really don't think I'm going to do this for a living because I can't take this kind of stress every day.
Are you going to be funny tonight for a change?
I'll do my best, I'll do my best.
You'd better. You and your promoter's livelihoods depend on it. And your audience is sitting there waiting for it. Whatever its size, it expects just one thing of you. But you can't ask them. You can't suggest it to them. You have to make them laugh. It's a long walk to the stage, to the microphone.
You got clearance, ready to go? Yeah.
And it's a walk the stand-up comedian always does alone.
Good evening and welcome to the Hampstead Comedy Club.
For a successfully riotous time, a comedy evening must be tightly structured, tone and pace supervised. This calls for a compare.
Tonight on the bill are all the people who are actually on the bill.
I am Steve Jameson, I'm your host for the evening.
The idea of the compare is actually to make the other acts look good. Success.
We got to, I'll just give you sort of an idea how things go.
The other idea is to sort of warm you up a bit.
I do a sort of warm-up, I do about half an hour. Then we bring an act on, then we have a break. Come back and I do about 40 minutes.
So we go, on the count of three, whole audience, clap, go berserk. 1, 2, 3!
The compare must be funny, but not too funny.
There are loads of things that can go wrong in a gig that are not down to you, that are nothing to do with you. The person that was on before you could absolutely storm it and rip the roof off it. And you've got to follow that, you know. You could be just this weird X factor, this weird mob mentality. You'll get up in front of the gig and do your gags, and just the audience will just decide for some reason. Half of them will decide they just don't like it.
Listen, we're going to move along and bring the first...
If the compare's done their job, the audience will love you before you open your mouth.
The wonderful Mr. Ed Byrne!
Now it's down to you. The moment of truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie!
Just you, your routine, and the audience.
Mr. Greg Proops!
In entertainment terms, it's mortal. Life or death.
The first times I remember by myself, I was terrified. My heart was thumping. I thought I would just die.
The opposite of a cessation is dead.
You either die, or you kill, or you storm it.
It's kill or be killed.
As you're thrown to the Laughter Lions, one of the most perilous environments for the budding comic is Malcolm Hardy's East London stand-up night, where people from all walks of life with ambitions to be comics, or simply with self-destructive tendencies, enter the arena.
Anyway, we now come to the point in the evening where we've got the guest spots. Sometimes they're shit, sometimes they're good. You never know.
I work in the city. I'm a computer analyst.
He was just here tonight. He said, I'll have a go. I said, all right.
When I was a kid, I was sent to bed at 8. Wasn't allowed up till I was 21.
I felt it went badly.
You know, but he must have rehearsed that. He must have stood in front of the mirror and thought that's funny. He's wrong. But that's what it goes.
I was fairly sure that I would die down here because this is a club known for heckling. It's a very hard club to play.
Anyway, the next act, he's keyed up, he's waiting in the wings.
I'm an estate agent.
So would you please welcome all the way from over there, clap your hands until they go bloody, the one and only Howard Smith.
It's really important to establish your confidence on stage.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you come on and go, hi, it's really nice to be here. It makes the audience wildly uncomfortable and they want to die.
Thank you.
As an audience member, the worst feeling you can have is to be embarrassed for the person on stage.
That's all right, man. Thank you very much.
It's been a long time since I just walked out there and just really tanked it.
It's an emotional death for a person performing.
Really, really tanked it. It's been about 11 hours now.
It's when the crowd is so quiet that all you hear is like the ocean roaring in your ears.
Hey?
I think that's why it's called dying. It feels like dying.
Really, it's worse than dying.
Hey?
Your heart pounds and you sweat and, you know, you want to die.
That's sarcasm. But I thought we'd start the night by, or rather continue the night in the vein that Martin set off, which is obviously some serious energy from the audience, a bit of participation. So I thought long and hard about this. I've been suffering from insomnia.
Right,
it's not clicking with you. It's like, you're wasting my time. Get on, get someone funny. Let's go.
Don't laugh too much at that, mate. Cheers.
Not a heckler, but if someone's annoying me, get off. You're not funny. I've been in places where you don't pay nothing, and you can be a bit more tolerant. But you walk in, you pay £6, make me laugh. If not, bye-bye.
Pick on the same person, which is fucking diabolical. But I was reading a piece on oysters.
I feel sorry for them. I mean, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I don't know how they get the bottle or anything like that. But from there, they're doing it, do it right or bye-bye.
I mean, the real bad gigs are maybe where you stand there and you just gradually get more and more ignored. People's talking gets louder and louder.
When the audience starts calling out for the compare,
I'm just going to go and save someone. No.
You know you're living or dying on borrowed time.
Before I go, because I am about to do this. No, I am going. If it's any consolation.
Well, friends.
If it's any consolation. Thanks a lot, man. Smith.